A very good afternoon to one and all, those who are present here. On behalf of Mechanical Engineering Department, Karpagam Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, I would like to welcome you all for this webinar. First of all, I would like to welcome the management of Honorable Principal Dr. P. Manimaran and Vice Principal Dr. D. Banu. Our behalf, Head of the Department Dr. A. Syed Ibrahim and all the other faculties in Karpagam Institute of Technology. And I welcome all my dear friends. And I would welcome our honorable chief guest, Dr. R. V. Mageshwari. Welcome you, ma'am. On behalf of Karpagam Institute of Technology, it is our great privilege to welcome you for this section. Let us know about Dr. R. V. Mageshwari. She completed her BE in the year of 2000, ME in 2008, and started his career in National Engineering College, Koilpatti. She also completed PhD in the year of 2015 in the high voltage area. She has achieved many more programs.
So, good evening, everybody. Today, we are going to see about the intellectual property rights and patent search. This is the outline of my presentation, and in this presentation, we are going to cover about the intellectual, what is IPR, why we need to file an IPR, what are the different types of IPR, and how about its validity, and how to organize this IPR, and what is the procedure for filing the IPR, and how to commercialize our patent, and finally we come to the conclusion. So before proceeding to the presentation, let us see how much you know about this IPR. So here there is a set of MCQs. There are 8 questions. You just go through and find out your answer. I'll give a 2 minutes of time. I choose your answer. In the very next slide, we can find out you can check with your answers. And the first question is, what does IP stands for? Right? What is the abbreviation for IP? And the second question is whether your copyright is automatic. And your third question is whether the patent is automatic. And the fourth question will be, if you create a model, a piece of work at your school, who is the owner for that work? Either you or your parents, or you and your school. Likewise, there are the choices. And then what is the trademark? Whether the trademark is that can be granted for a sound, shape, or signature. What do patents do? Is IP auditing is need to be performed in regular manner, and these are the 8 questions. So check about your knowledge in the IP. Note down your answers, and you itself can verify with their answer in the next slide. See, the answers are given in the bold form. You can check your answer. Actually, what does IP means? It is the intellectual property, similar to the property of owning a house, owning a land, owning a car. Likewise, this intellectual, it is a property for intellectual property for us. And the copyright is automatic, whereas your patents are not at all automatic. If you create a work at a school, your school will be the owner for that work, not yourself. Likewise, you can go through your answer. So this is the intellectual property rights. What are all the things will come under the intellectual property? So let us see one by one. Generally, the properties are of 2 types. One is tangible and other one is intangible. What do you mean by tangible? It is the actual object, or it is capable of being precisely identified, or it can be realized by mind, or you can perceived by sense and touch. Also, this property can be either movable or immovable. For example, all your physical property will come under the tangible category, And the movable property, for movable property, the best example is a car. And for immovable property, the building, the land, forms likewise will come under the immovable property. Then what do you mean by intangible? It is such as like a stock in a company. It has value, but not at all actual. The categories like computer software, inventions, any formulas, any processes, designs, patents, trade secrets, and know-how. All these come under this intangible category, and it is also a property known as intellectual property. And this intellectual property is broadly classified into industrial related property and copyright related property. What do you mean by copyright related property? So it is a exclusive and assignable legal right given to the originator for a fixed number of years to paint, to publish, to perform film or record literary, artistic or musical material. Those things will come under the copyright materials. And whereas the industrial property related material covers the patents, designs, trademarks and GIs. So first of all, let us see what is patent. It is the government authority or license conferring a right or title for a set period, especially the sole right to exclude others from making, using, or setting a particular invention. So the license is given to a single person. So what do you mean by the design? It is a subset in a industrial property, and it covers the aesthetic design related to the appearance of industrial produce product, layout design, where to locate the name of the product, where to write the designation, the cost price, how to where to locate these covers under the aesthetic design. And this is mainly used for against unfair competition. Example, we can say the jewelry designs, logos, household food products, packages. Likewise, those things will come under the designs. For example, you can take a mixie, the design itself will come under this category. That's the elegant look. And what about the trademark? It is a symbol or words or combinations legally registered or established by use as representing a company or a product. For example, you can take an example as sweet stall. You can say Sri Vili Puttur Palkava, like that you can say. So such a things will come under the trademark. And what is GI? It is nothing but geographical indication. At international level, the GIs are covered as a components of IPR, used under the Paris Convention for the protection of industry property. It is also governed by the World Trade Organization (WTO). In India, in the year September 2003, and Darjeeling tea is the first Indian product come under the category of J, because Darjeeling is a geographical location, and this is the first thing. Then later in 2019, four more products come under this category, and likewise it goes on. Even the examples are Tindidal Lock, Palani Panjamardam, likewise Kashmir saffron, Manipuri black rice, and you can see here the geographical locations are tagged with their names. So those things will come under the GIs. So the evolution of intellectual property, what are the things will come under the intellectual property? Starting from the research, invention and innovation, the ideas can be patented. Like then once the ideas are come into existence, you have the product, and the outer appearance, the aesthetic look can also be come under the intellectual property under the category of design. Then the content, what is the quality, what is the identity for the particular product, these things will come under the category of the trademark. And finally the expression will come under the copyright. So in certain product, they want to disclose their secret agenda behind the making of any food product. and it can be also copyrighted under the category trade secret. Why IPR filing is very important? It is intellectual property rights. IPR means intellectual property rights are essentially recognized and accepted in all over the world due to various reasons. Like it is going to provide an incentive for the individuals who is the creator of the particular product, and it's also going to give a new due recognition for the creators as well as for the inventors, and it is also give ensure a material reward for having this IPR, and the particular product will be come under the genuine and original product, because the fake product will not be allowed, or will not be allowed if you are having the IPR filing, because we can lodge a complaint against the fake product, and we can stop the production of such a fake product. If we have the IPR, we can use this. So a genuine product can be originated due to the IPR filing. And what are the things covers under IPR? Patents, intellectual property rights covers the patents. Second one, trademarks. Trademarks, there are so many different types of trademarks: service mark, sound mark, and smell mark. We see in the next slide. And industrial designs. That design means the outer look of the particular product. IC layouts. So where to locate the ICs? That layouts also can be covered under the patents. Plant variety protection, shortly known as PVP, and this goes for the farmer rights. Actually, in PVP, there are four patents, or four different categories heads are working under that: United States plant patent, United States utility patent, United Plant Variety Protection Act, and Plant Breeders' Right Patent. So these four patent authorities are international brand, and out of which the first one, that is United States Plant Patent, it is used only for the asexual reproduction plant, and all other three will for covers both sexual and asexual, and patent year is for 20 years. It covers for the 20 years. Actually, it is a plant breeding, covers the plant breeding, a mixture of art and science. It allows the breeders to protect work product and realize a return on the investment in breeding. So those things will come under plant variety protection. Then geographical indication, I said what is GI, and then finally the trade secrets. So let us see what is the trademark. Trademark are words. It may be a words, it may be a name, it may be slogan, phrases, or logos that serve as a source indicator for a particular product and services. Let us see what is what and what is the service marks. The service mark is especially used for servicing rather than a good. If a company offers only services, it is not going to sell any product, then the particular services can come under the service mark. For example, take an airline flights. So what it will do, it is only for the transport services. So such a service will come under service mark. Even the restaurant also come under this service mark. The best example are Delta, that is for flight services, and McDonald's we can see it for restaurant services. So if it is a trademark, you can see an or here a registered. Likewise, they will give the, and Walmart. It is a, see here Walmart. It is for a retail service shop. So this also come under the service mark. So likewise, we have traditional trademarks available, and these types will come under service mark. Then, what do you mean by sound mark? Sometimes sound plays an advertisement in an advertisement becomes very popular, and by hearing the sound, the particular product will comes to everyone's mind. So such a sound can also be trademarked, and it is also eligible for the registration. For example, you can say MGM roars of a lion. Here you can say I have given the link here. See here YouTube link here. You can click on that and you can hear this sound. So whenever that particular company film is coming, at the start of the film, you can hear this MGM roar of a lion. Likewise, some they have the we can have registered their music so that others are prohibited using this particular sound. So the sound logo technically referred as audio mimic is one of the tools for sound branding. So for this this sound mark, even uneducated person can able to identify this sound mark. And next comes the smell trademark, but it is have low registration only. There are many act. You can see U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, Trademark Trial and Appeal Board, and you can see here you can have the registration of smell trademarks. You can, for example, you can hear the Nokia sound. It is also a Nokia. You can have a smell trademark. Likewise, you can have rose smell in the tire manufacturing. That particular rubber has the smell of the roses that comes under the smell trademark. Likewise, you can have the sandalwood smell, bubblegum scent, strawberry scent, cherry, grape lubricants, and these will come under smell trademark. But often you can say the smell trademark have only low registration because they are defined subjectively and therefore open to many interpretation because the human perception varies with person, so the complication arise, and that which will lead to the argument in the subjective views inadequate while when determining whether the smell mark function as a trademark. However, there is the smell trademark is there, but the registration is low because of the and the interpretation differs from person to person. And the pattern can be used as a scientific tool, and this pattern we can use it as a property. Actually, it is also a legal right for the owner, and it can be used for commercialization, earning the money. It can be used as a commercial tool. And what are the different types of pattern? There are two types: product pattern and process pattern. The product pattern is there is only single product, and process pattern is the different types of process involved in the manufacturing a particular object. So you can have pattern both the process as well as the product. So what are the things will come under the patent filing? Inventions in the form of process, or inventions in the form of machine, inventions in the form of a tiny component parts of a machine, even the composition of matter, or any or the combination of any one, any two, or all the combination will come under the patent filing. We can file all those things. You can say that in a ball pen, the roller in the tip of the pen will also come under the patent. So industrial, next comes the industrial design. And industrial design is that aspect of a useful article which is ornamental or aesthetic. It may be either three-dimensional feature or two-dimensional feature. Three-dimensional means the shape and the surface, and the two-dimensional means the patterns, lines, colors which are used in the design of the product. The essential purpose of the design is to promote and protect the design element of the industrial production. It also intended to promote innovative activity in the field of the industry. You can see the Pepsi bottle, the bottle design, likewise the shape of the bottle will come under the industrial design. And what are the trademarks, service marks, and sound marks, smell marks? So it is a distinctive signs used to differentiate between identical or similar goods offered by different producers or service providers. We everybody knows even data. So there are many companies offering the data, Geo, Airtel, Aircel, likewise there are so many. So everybody is giving the data. So if you want to differentiate the similar goods or identical goods, there the trademark becomes a distinctive sign to find out the quality producers, quality product. So the trademark is a combination of words, letters, or numerals. It may be a drawing or symbols. It may be a three-dimensional sign, audible sign, even the fragrance, and also the color will also everything will come under the trademarks. So, you can look at this slide. These are the traditional trademark. You can find everybody knows the Reynolds pen always have this emblem is a trademark. And with the Google, we can see here it is for Word. And everybody, since you are all everybody is student, you know what is Adobe. So Adobe Reader, this is a trademark symbol. IBM always they use this font and this style. So this is a combination of letter and design. So this also comes under trademark. And here you can see there is a shape of an apple. This is for Apple trademark, and it is for Pepsi, like a signature. Likewise, you can have these traditional marks. These are the examples for traditional trademarks. And service marks, and this for give these people are going to give as service providers. You can see here example Holiday Inn, they are going to give some hotel. It is a hotels where they can provide some uh, check-in places to stay in the tourist spot. Likewise, so they have the different names, and these will come under the service marks. So it will be shortly called as SM. These are the group, some of the service marks owned by all of the hotels, and it applies in different geographical locations. So, geographical indication, qualities and characteristics of certain goods attributable to some geographical location and reputable to certain regions come under the geographical location. I already said Palani Panjamurdam. Palani, this is the geographical location for Tamil Nadu. Likewise, can have the Sri Tirupati Laddu. Likewise, these things will come under the geographical indications. Next is a trade secrets. So some sort of information like it is not known to the general public. It need not be known by the general relevant portion need not be known by the public. It is a subject of reasonable effects to maintain its secrecy. For example, Tirunelveli halwa, how to produce the Tirunelveli halwa. That manufacturing process is the trade secret or the success for their business success. We can say the formula for their business. These can be maintained as a secret. So it confers some sort of economic benefit on its food, because if everybody knows that how to manufacture that Tirunelveli, that particular person cannot earn the profit. So such things can be maintained as a secret. So the secret may be either the process how to produce that halwa, or it may be some formulas, it may be some practices, or it may be a design or some instrument or pattern or compilation of certain information. So these may be a secrets. So a significant difference between the trade secret and other form of IP is that the trade secret is protected the disclosure of the content. That particular content is protected. It's not disclosed to public. And what are the copyrights and related rights? It is a form of intellectual property rights that grant authors, artists, and creators protection of their literacy and artistic music, and likewise, which are dance and which are generally referred to as work, individual work. The following are protected under copyright laws in almost all the countries. So, literary works, poet, material, even our publishing papers will come under the literary works, artistic work, maps and non-technical drawings, photography work, motion pictures, computer programs, multimedia products, and everything can be copyrighted. And let us see an example here. The logo Coca-Cola. It is an example for this is an example for trademark. This Coca-Cola, the letters, the font and style of the font, the color of the font will come under the trademark. The shape of the bottle structure will come under the industrial design, and other juice manufacturers cannot use this type of design for their for selling their products. So, what it will do is it will avoid the fake product in the market, and patent may have obtained in respect of how to bottling this equipment. And copyright in respect of test database artistic work appear on its website. So this particular Coca-Cola can be protected by a single IPR or more than IPR, because even the manufacturing of the juice, that is the content present inside the process involved in producing this juice also patented. The bottle structure is also comes under the industry design, that is also patented. This Coca-Cola, the trademark symbol is also patented. So it comes under many category. There is one more example for the copyright. It's a parachute oil, coconut oil. So the design of the bottle, a parachute letter symbol along with a that coconut plant that design also will come under the trademark, and it has its own copyright. And how to the smell, along with the smell, the parachute is patented. So the process involved in the manufacturing of oil will come under the patent. So this particular parachute oil covers under four different patents, four different IPRs, intellectual property rights. What are the validity of an IPR? So there are many types of IPR we saw, and just see the first one, the patent. If anybody is having the patent, that means they own the right only for the 20 years. So for only 20 years, they can make use of their patent. And also every year they have to renewal their patents, and it is mandatory. If they fail to renew in subsequent years, they cannot claim it's their product. So this comes under this act, 1970 Patent Act, and it's also get amendment in the year 2005. And trademark, it is this patent duration is for lifelong, and we have to renew for after every 10 years. And this IPR comes under the law Trademark Act in the year 1919, and an amendment has been passed in the year 2010. In for design and bottle design, likewise, those things will have the protection only for 15 years. After 15 years, anyone can use that. So after 10 years, we have to renew, and subsequently for every 5 years, you have to renew the particular design. Then only you can use this. So this will come under the Design Act and amendment in the year 2014. And copyright is for 60 years, and we need not renew. It is under comes under 1957. And geographical indication, it is for a lifelong, and everybody has to renew this geographical indicator pattern every 10 years. This will come under the Act, Geographical Indication Act, in the year 1998, and there is no amendment for this. What do you mean by lifetime means? Lifetime, so lifetime we have already seen here. You can see 20 years for patent, lifelong for trademarks, and design 15 years, copyright 60 years, and geographical location, it is for lifelong. In addition to this, in the PVP, it is for 15 years. 15 years means a certain breeding comes for 20 years also. And for copyright, lifetime for a single author is for 60 years. For example, Ilayaraja song. So every song is patented only for him for 60 years. After 60 years, anyone can use that copyright. So patent will cease and will be transferred to the public domain if it is not renewed. If particular things are not renewed, so you have the renewal term. After every renewal duration, we have to renew the product. If it is not renewed, then public has domain have own that ownership. So anyone can use that. So when to renew, you have to renew before 6 months uh, of expiry, and by paying the renewal fees. So this is the organization structure. So Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion is taking care of this IPR. So they have the controller office for patent, designs and trademark. The patent office and the patent and design offices are located at Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai. In all four cities are having this office. We can go and file the patent there. For trademark registration, there are 5 locations: Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, and Ahmedabad. And for geographical type of registration, only Chennai is having the office. And patent information system can be obtained from RGNI IPM, that means Rajiv Gandhi National Institute of Intellectual Property Management. Actually, this RGNIPIPM is located at Nagpur. These are the concerns taking care of the patent designs and trademarks. This is the official government institution who is taking care of these intellectual properties. Why we need to do patent search? To check whether our product can be patentable. To check that, have to do patent search, and we can prevent wastage of our work, time, and money, because if any product is already existing, we cannot do patent. So we need not produce such a product, we need not waste our time and energy. So identify that we should do patent search, and to draft the proposed patent application, how to draft a patent, because it is a big art. So for that also we can go through the patents, how others are written. Likewise, we can get a better knowledge and know whether detailed drawings or explanation have to be provided, whether we have to give or not. Likewise, we can refer the prior application. So for these things we need the patent search. And what are the engines usually we used to if you want to search anything, we used to do Google. So likewise for patent also there are separate engines are there. This is USPTO, means United States Patent Office, Google Patent Search, Advanced Google Patent Search, Indian Patent Office. You can type in the Google, you can get the website search. There we can search for any type of patent. So there are Indian patents, US patents, likewise different Korean patents. Likewise, there are so many patents. If you get a patent for any product in India, then that patent is valid only for India. Any US company or any Korean company can produce that patent, can produce that particular product, and we cannot fight against those US company or Korean company. If you need any international patent, you have to apply, get patent from the international patent agencies. Then only it is prohibited in all other countries. Who are eligible to file a patent? The inventor of the particular product, or the assignee of that inventor. For example, if my college is assigning me to produce a product, then my college can file the patent. Then legal representative inventor or assignee can assign somebody to take care of the inventory. So the assignee has to be done only by the inventor. Or these three people are eligible to file a patent for a particular thing. When to file? Whether once the invention is originated, we have to file the patent before it is coming to the public domain, or before coming to the use. So before the public using that product, and before the public domain knows about those things, you have to file the patent and get the patent. Then only you should disclose to the public domain. So this is the fee structure. It is not free. You have to pay the fees for filing. You can see here it is 1,760 rupees for individual applicants. If it is a small company, it is 4,400, and for any big company, it is 8,800. Likewise, there are set of amount, but everything is available in the website. You can search in the website and you can find out the amount. What is the patent life cycle? What are the steps lying behind filing the application? Once you want to do any patent, you have to take the patent application. You have to fill the application, and you have to submit. First step is filing the patent application. And second thing, what will happen? It is automatic process. Once you filed a patent, it will come into the publication the duration between these two is a maximum of 8 months. So if you want the publication in advance, you have to pay an extra amount for early publication. Early publication means 1 month before the original publication. And third step is the pre-grant opposition. A third party who said, no, no, it is not a new product, it is similar to our product. If anybody finds, they can file a opposition. So this step will come under after publication. Once it is published, only other people, other agencies, all other institutes, other companies who are producing similar product will find out, oh, it's like ours. So they will come into the opposition for fight. So once this problem is set right, it will goes for the examination. So this examination schedule may be within the 4 years of patent application. Once you file, and this is the maximum duration between the filing the application and the examination may be of 4 years. Once the examination is over, we have to collect the exam report, and what are the questions arises, what are the doubts they raise, you have to find out and find the suitable answer, and then you have to once again submit to them. So this process will take for 1 year maximum. You can take 1 year to find the answers for your questions. Once our examination report get okay and comply with all other conditions, then the grant will be uh, order. There will be order for grant will be a patent will be granted for you. This once a patent is granted, the patent get published. Then what will happen is after published, some if anybody found out, other country people if anybody found out, they can file a grant opposition. So this grant opposition may be done within 1 year from the publication of grant. If everything is after that you have to working of patent. This will be come under within 3 months you can make your product come into the existence. This is the patent life cycle. And what are the documents you need to file a patent application? That is the first one. What are the things you need is, you should have a covering letter with a list of documents enclosed, and the application, which is the form 1, and complete provisional specification, which is the form 2, and undertaking form, but it is not at all a mandatory, and power of attorney. If you are filing the application individual, then no need for this power of attorney. If you are appointing any attorney for filing the application, then you have to submit the power statement, then declaration of inventor, and this is for Indian patent alone. Then the payment check, payment fees challan. So these will come. These are the 7 things you have to submit while filing an application. So regarding provisional specification, so it is usually filed to establish the priority of the invention in case disclosure is only at the conceptual stage, and delay is expected in submission of full and specific description of the invention, and no patent will be given if you have provisional application. Once you file the complete filed application with the complete specification, then alone it is considered for granting the patent. So this is the what is the difference between the provisional and complete. Provisional specification, it describes the nature of the invention and contain the essential features or essential juice of that particular invention. So once if you file provisional, you must submit your complete specification within 1 year from the submission of provisional specification. In the complete specification, it has contained full description in detail. It has its own claims and with important components of the particular product. It should have specification, the legal statements, and it should be an accompanied with the abstract with technical information of that particular invention. And the contents of the specification document, it should have the title, period, background of the invention, objective of the invention, brief description of the drawing, If any detailed description of the invention, claims, claims and abstract not required in the provisional. For complete specific document, you need the claims and specification. For example, now I am going to file a patent. So let me show how it has been written here. Just I am sharing. You can see here.
Yes, ma'am.
You can see here, you can see here, we should write the title of the invention and who are the inventors involved in, and whether it is a product patent or process patent, whether it is published anywhere. Likewise, you have to write down the domain area and abstract of the, since it's a complete specification and abstract of invention, it is followed. Then you have to write both patent search and literature. We should do the existing art and both as a thing. Then what are the drawbacks in the existing system and how it is overcome in your product, and then the description of our invention with the necessary diagrams. See here, so this is the thing we are going to file, and the complete flow processes and followed by individual components working. This is a circuit flow diagram, and this is the product, how it is assumed. And this product we are going to get patent, and these are our claims of our. This is a claim of our product. So this is the second patent I'm going to file now. Once it is submitted to the attorney, they wrote like this one. See, this is the form 2, how they are writing summary. You can see how they are writing. Everybody needs an attorney for file the, definitely for filing a patent at a starting stage. Once you get mastered alone, you can self file the patent. See, the drawings are come under, so you can see the drawings. You have to name like this, and you have to file the patent like this. So these are the things you can. So I already shown a sample. These are the things I covered in that particular specification documents. Then publication. So I already said, once you apply for a patent, it will automatically published in their journal, official journal, within the 18 months from the that is 1.5 year. That contains only the title, abstract, application number, and who are the applicant and the inventors. And this then the particular invention can be, if you want to publish in early stage, you can request for that, but for this you have to pay an additional amount, and additional amount will be 2750 for the natural person, and for other natural persons, other than natural person means it is 13,750. Who are a commander natural person means it refers to the living human being with certain rights and responsibility, and this particular natural person will not live longer. That means more than 100 years no person will live. There's a very rare chances those will come, human beings will come under the natural person. And who is the other persons other than natural person means they are the legal persons, live for longer with successor or any trust, and may continue to get the benefit of generation even the established person has passed away, even though the owner has passed away. For example, the principal of the college means the other than the natural person, because if X is a principal or Y is a principal, that particular principal, that post is the owner for that publication. So such a persons will come under other than natural persons. So you can have a demand for early filing. So if it is a natural person, it is a cost is less, it is 2,750, and for other person it is 13,750. This is a pre-grant opposition. So anybody oppose that particular product, they can file it, but it has no fees. But the filing should be done within the 3 months from the publication. From the publication. Once 3 months is over, no one can file the opposition. Then using the form 18, we can request for examination. The duration will be for 4 years. So this it is also a paid process, and it needs a money of 4,400 for a natural person, and for other than natural person it is 22,000. And we can take 4 years of time. Either you can write within 1 year or 2 year or 3 year or 4 year. Maximum you can have 4 years. Once the examination is over, you get the examination report. And this examination report you get based on the evaluation criteria of novelty, what is the inventiveness in there, and what about its application in the industry. Likewise, all these categories will be checked, and mm, we will get the examination report. So after getting the report, we should this exam patent the attorney will receive the examination report in a sealed cover, and it will be disclosed to the applicant or that inventor. So we have to write the answer for the particular questions and everything, all the objections, everything we have to write the answer, and it should be submitted within 12 months. So within 12 months, once that particular is everything is overcome, if the controller feels everything is okay, or whatever the things they are claiming is quite right, everything is okay, that means he will grant the patent for us. So this patent is accorded with a number, with a serial number, the series of numbers according to the Indian patents and designs. He will not randomly, he won't give the number. The number is governed by the Indian Patents and Design Act. Once the patent is granted, it will be published with all things, with all the invention background things, abstract, everything will be published. Now, using Form 7, you can anybody can raise the opposition to the controller, and this opposition should be done within the 1 year from the grant of application. And for this also, it is a fees pay. We have to pay the fees, and for natural person, it is around 2,600. For other than natural person, it will come. The cost is around 13,200. So yeah. So that will come under, once again the argument will goes on. If what the controller will decide, the will get answer from the inventor and settle down the things. So renewal of patent, we have to renew the patent for each thing. There is a definite duration. So some patent has to be renewed per year. Some patent has to be renewed within 5 years. Some patent has to be renewed after 10 years. Like this, it goes on. So for renewal also there is a fees involved, and fees involved is you can see up to 6 years. You can renew using 2,000 rupees. After 6 years, that is means 7 to 10 years, the renewal fees is around 6,000. And for 11 to 15 years, it is 12,000. And for 16 to 20, it is 20,000 per year. And the amount, whatever the amount you are going to remit, it should be done within the 6 months before the date of expiry. And the patent, see, for example, if the patent is for 20 years, means it is the date, the 20 years is counted from the date of filing the application. And commercialization, so you can, using the patent, you can generate incomes, you can get the royalties. For example, if everybody using your music, you can get the royalty amount to take your invention creation to the next stage. You can produce a product to utilize the marketing sales resources to a third party. You can go make the things available in the market to protect your interest and limit your you can limit your legal exposure. So these things you can claim these rights using your IPR. How to license your intellectual property rights? IP licensing can provide companies with core revenue streams, enabling them to raise their brand awareness, and they can increase their reputation to the new market and geographies. If the IP ownership or validity is unclear, definitely there is going to be a risk in your financial and business. So, what is licensing and IP means? It is an agreement made between the owner of the particular IP and a third party, and another one, the third party, uh, that who is the licensee, who is going to use this IP for a limited period of time for certain product. Is sometimes it is restricted to some geographical location. If you manage this license very properly, then there will be enormous growth in your revenue stream, and you can offer a cost effective method to bring your brand or product to your market. So the license this license covers designs and patent trademarks and know-how. Licensor may be allowed to monitor the action of the licensee while they using their IP, because the licensor is the owner and licensee is the user of that IP. So there is an agreement between the licensor and licensee. The licensor can monitor the actions of the licensee. So the purchasing an IP license have benefits include: you can increase the capability of getting the services, allow the risk is shared with the licensee, and revenue can be increased, and we can have a deep market penetration. We can reduce the cost, and because some licensee also going to work for your product, and you can assess others knowledge used can be used to enhance your product or increase your brand building. You can have a competitive advantage, and you have the opportunities to collaborate with other markets, and you can also minimize, because license is also going to invest some capitals for bringing the product, so your investment can be minimized. So these are the benefits you get if you offer license to the third party. So our IP can be given as a license for third party, that is license. What are the different types of license? Exclusive license, non-exclusive, co-exclusive, sole license, manufacturing license, and joint venture arrangements. Let us see one by one. What do you mean by exclusive license? It is a license granted to the only person allowed to do specific activity. It is given to only one person. Most commonly, exclusive license are used in the case of intellectual property. Allowing it is only one allowed to produce, distribute, and otherwise benefit from the intellectual property. So, for such a license may be granted to an author of an original work who copyrights that work. So that is the, you can see this is the best example. So while it has the copyright for a particular book, the only one people will have the rights to use that particular license. Such a license are known as exclusive license. The same is true for a painting of a picture or composer of a song, and these will come under the exclusive rights. This is a non-exclusive. What do you mean non-exclusive means? That rights is shared with many number of people. That is, more than one licensee will be there. So that will come under non-exclusive license. So what is co-exclusive means? It is something between exclusive and non-exclusive. So in non-exclusive, it can be shared to any number. There is no restriction the number of licensee. But here it will be more than one licensee, but the number of licensee will be limited. It is a limited group of licensee. We cannot extend the number of licensee. See, if it is first initially we are going to give 5 licenses, only 5 people are allowed. So there will be a common agreement between the owner, that is licensor, and the licensees. The number is restricted in the co-exclusive. And what is the solo licenses? It is also rights given to a single person. But here, what does it means? The difference between the sole and exclusive is, in exclusive also only one licensee, sole also only licensee. In exclusive, the owner does not have any rights. But in sole licensee, in addition to the licensee, the licensor also having the rights to produce that product. The two peoples can share in the sole license. In sole license, licensee as well as licensor also have the full reserve the rights. In exclusive, only the licensee alone having the rights for the particular product. And manufacturing license means it is you. This license is a common agreement for manufacturing, only for the manufacturing, not for marketing or anything. So, for example, the manufacturing of drugs, medicines will come under the manufacturing licensing. And joint venture, if a single product, each and every component are done by different set of peoples, so all are put together to form a end product. It is a venture of many participants, so this will be a joint venture. So whatever may be the profit, whatever may be the loss, it is shared by all the peoples equally. So this will come under the joint venture. So, what is the difference? On the difference, I have already explained while explaining that licensing. Let me come to the conclusion. It is important to have the correct arrangement in place that supports your intellectual property rights, and it should reflect your business objective and plans. Thought should be given beforehand as what you want to achieve and how also the milestone performance targets if required. You should consider the resources that you have and not stretch yourself too far, so you should plan ahead. Do your homework beforehand and find out who are going to into a contract with you. Use a well experienced lawyer to ensure that wording of all agreements are carefully drafted in order to protect your IP and future market strategy, because whatever the things written in paper will come to the arguments, because if anything is not written there, uh, it will be eventually went to a failure business model. So not only should have the intellectual property, we should have a careful design in giving license for your IP. And this is the quiz time. Whatever the things you carried out, I have given as a question. Thus is the right obtained by a person for his innovation, either copyright or patent, trademark or license. And their second question will be, to obtain a patent, the inventor must given an application to the of patent. So before proceeding to the quiz time, let me ask if anybody have any queries.
No, ma'am, it was clear, ma'am. Guys, if you have any questions, you can ask the ma'am.
If anybody is having any queries, you can ask me. Else, I have given my email ID in the presentation. You can write to the mail also.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
So I have given a set of questions. In the first slide, I have not given the answer, and subsequent slide, I have marked the answer with a blue color font. So patent is a right obtained by a person for his innovation. Only for the innovation, the patent is given. So to obtain a patent, inventor has to submit an application for the controller of the patent. So without applying to any agency, you cannot get any patent. And every patent is valid for 20 years from the date of file, not from the grant of patent. Patent கொடுத்தனிலேருந்து 20 வருஷம் கிடையாது. நம்ம என்னைக்கு அப்ளிகேஷன் ஃபைல் பண்ணோமோ அதுலேருந்து 20 வருஷம் தான். அது முக்கியமான நிறைய பேர் கிராண்ட்லேருந்து 20 இயர்ஸ்னு எடுத்துக்கிடுவாங்க. அப்படி எடுக்கக்கூடாது. Owner of the patent will get dash time period to put his invention to market his product. He'll get 3 years. 3 years குள்ள அந்த ஓனர் வந்து இந்த பேட்டன்ட் வந்து மார்க்கெட் கொண்டு வரலாம். பிகாஸ் பேட்டன் வாங்குறது மார்க்கெட் கொண்டு வரதுக்கு முன்னாடி பேட்டன் வாங்கணும். எல்ஸ் இந்த அதர் நம்ம எதிர் கம்பெனி என்ன செய்யணும்னா இந்த பொருளை அவங்க பேட்டன் பண்ணி நமக்கு முந்திக்குவாங்க. முந்திட்டானா ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. அண்ட் காப்பிரைட் வில் பி இஷ்யூட் ஃபார் த ஒர்க் ரிலேட்டட் டு ஒன்லி. காப்பிரைட்டுங்கிறது மூவி, லிட்ரேச்சர், அண்ட் ஆர்டிஸ்டிக் ஒர்க்குகளுக்கு ஃபுல்லாகவே காப்பிரைட் ஆல் தி அபோவ். அண்ட் காப்பிரைட் இஸ் ஃபார் 60 இயர்ஸ். ஈவன் இளையராஜா மியூசிக் லைக்வைஸ் அதெல்லாம் 60 இயர்ஸ்க்கு வந்து அவருக்கு தான் ஓனர்ஷிப் வச்சிருப்பார். Intellectual properties acts deals with patent, copyrights, and all the things. And examiners of the patent will check the validity in terms of whether the applicant is a real owner, this patent already and the product already patent வாங்கியிருக்கா, யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குமா, பிஸ்னஸ் இருக்குமா, எல்லாமே செக் பண்ணுவாங்க. இந்த எக்ஸாமினர் வந்து செக் பண்ணுவாங்க. பேட்டன்ட் ஃபைலிங் இருக்குது, பேட்டன்ட் கண்ட்ரோலர் இருக்கிற மாதிரி பேட்டன்ட்டுக்குன்னு எக்ஸாமினர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. ஸோ பேட்டன்ட் எக்ஸாமினர் ஆகணும்னு நினச்சிங்கன்னா யூ ஹேவ் டு ரைட் செப்பரேட் எக்ஸாமினேஷன். எக்ஸாமினேஷன் எழுதி பேட்டர்ன் எக்ஸாமினராக மாறிட்டா நம்ம இதுமாதிரி பேட்டர்னை ரிவ்யூ பண்ணி அதுக்கு எக்ஸாம் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்து ரைஸ் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ் வந்து அந்த அப்ளிகண்ட் ஹேஸ் டு என்ன செய்யணும், அதை வந்து அந்த கொஸ்டின் தான் ஆன்சர் பண்ணணும். இஃப் தே ஃபைன் இட் இஸ் ஓகே, வாட் எவர் த ஆன்சர்ஸ் ஆர் ரெலவெண்ட் அப்படின்னு நினச்சாதான் அந்த கண்ட்ரோலில் வில் கிராண்ட் தி பேட்டர்ன் ஃபார் அஸ். விச்சாவது இதில் எதெல்லாம் பேட்டர்ன் பண்ண முடியும்னா, இன்வென்ஷன் பண்ண முடியுமா, அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் பண்ண முடியுமா, மேத்தமெட்டிக்கல் மெத்தட் பண்ண முடியுமா அப்படின்னு பார்த்தா இன்வென்ஷன்ஸ் ப்ராசஸ் மட்டும்தான் பண்ண முடியும். மெத்தட்ஸ் அதெல்லாம் பண்ண முடியாது. The answer is given in star. எதெல்லாம் ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது, லேண்ட், இன்டெலெக்சுவல் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டினா இது ஃபிசிக்கலாக உள்ள பொருள். ஃபிசிக்கலாக உள்ள பொருளை வந்து நம்ம இன்டெலெக்சுவல் ப்ராப்பர்ட்டி ரைட்ஸில் வரவே வராது. If Radhi invents a process or a product for recording music, then it comes under patent. Radhi invents an umbrella that could be folded 6 times, then it will come under patent, not copyright or trademark. The Nikki's shoes mark and odd rings are protected with the brand. It comes under trademark. Uniquely shaped walker for his brother. So this will come under that. For original innovation, it comes under patent. For the design, it comes under trademark. And for the collapsible 2 levers that design, it comes under the industrial design. So 3 things will come under that category. And I wish to give thanks for the organizer for inviting me for this patent search. Anything?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank our honorable chief guest, Dr. R.V. Mageshwari, for delivering us a wonderful speech regarding intellectual property rights and patent search. Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable time. That you have clearly explained about the IPR property rights, which will be most useful for them in their upcoming careers. And I would like to thank the management for the support, and especially I would like to extend my gratitude to the honorable principal, vice principal, and beloved HOD, Dr. A. Syed Ibrahim, and the faculty members and my dear students for cooperating in this webinar. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, participants.
Thank you so much.